Thank you.
Well, the only thing I can tell you is that I have turned all the information in that I had, and it's currently residing with Miss Spicer's subsidiary, and I don't know where if it's gone anywhere else.
Yes,
But
it has. Yeah, it has, Mr. Willie. Thank you. My new HP person is Ivy. She took over the former HPC planner. She and Jeff Walton have looked at the package. I sent him your package.
okay,
It looked good. He wanted some additional information, so I was going to make sure it was okay with you, because he wanted to talk to you
okay.
as the author. Is that okay if I share with him your contact
Oh
information?
yeah, that's fine.
Okay.
Perfect.
And that way he said it looked really good. He just wants to make it a stronger package. Um,
Okay.
if you'll recall, I think I shared with you the package that went to council. I think it was on Masonboro Sound that they had
Yeah,
got.
yeah, very extensive package. Yes.
Right. And so that package took about 2 years to put together, and
Hmm.
hiring a consultant to complete it. But that's the one that my HPC staff is using to mirror the one for this particular application. Uh,
Okay.
I will share that with them. Also, I will note that I've talked to Lenny Simpson. As you all know, he had a stroke,
Hmm.
and was in the hospital for an extensive period of time. He called me last week, just to check in. He still has some issues with speech, but he was just checking in to say that he was still there, and that
Okay.
he was looking forward to us completing this project. And I told him I would relay that to you. So Jeff
Okay.
Walton will be calling you, Willie. I'll try to stay in touch with him in case he wants to be on the line, but I've given him your packet.
Okay. Good. Good. I
Okay,
look forward
excuse me.
to
What is Jeff's last name?
Walton, 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 Jeff Walton.
Okay.
He's an
And
associate.
Ivy's last name?
I'll send you Ivy's last name.
Okay.
She's new. She just got on board. Jeff,
Okay.
associate planner, and Ivy is the historic preservation planner.
Okay. Thank you.
Uh-huh.
I believe I know Jeff. I think Jeff is my neighbor.
He's a big guy.
Yeah. Yeah. He's three houses behind me. Yeah.
That that is the same person. So okay,
Yeah.
great. Wait, till I tell him who you are. Hey, Miss Sidbury, how are you?
Thank you, Mr. Black. Does anyone have any questions, any comments for Miss Penny or Miss Black on that particular project? So if not, moving right along, and Miss Sidbury came right on the nick of time. She's up next. An update on the Emancipation Celebration.
Oh, we didn't talk about that? Okay. Well, I think our 6-month series, overall for us, this to be our first time was a success. We accomplished many of the goals that we set forth, starting in December, and I think maybe even starting in November a little bit. Um, and so we got a lot of positive feedback. Probably need a little bit more. We can sit back and look at the pros and cons of how we would do things differently, and that is something for a future time. But I think overall it was a great success to have the commission, the City of Wilmington Commission of African American History out there, and for people to even look at how we started panel discussions and some of those things, and for them to carry that out also, because that was an effective means to get different voices from different perspectives and not having the same voice. The only thing is, I probably, if we could sit down one day together and send out thank you letters to our panelists to make sure that we give them, just say thank you, because they didn't have to take time out of their busy schedules to be with us during those events. And so, overall, I think it was a success. And just any insight from you guys. Let me put that light on.
Thank you, Miss Sidbury. I think that's a great idea. Any other questions, comments for Miss Sidbury in reference to the Emancipation Proclamation celebration? If not, our next thing is the Juneteenth celebration. And I guess, Ms. Penny, you want to kind of give an update on that?
I can. We concluded, of course, our Emancipation Celebration in partnership with the Juneteenth Committee as well as the county's Commission on African American History. Um, and I think that the goal, and it can go back to the committee for discussion, but I think for next year, we'd like to have a goal of maybe participating in more of the Juneteenth events, and they would love for this commission to be a part of that. Evelyn and I think Ms. Sidbury got a letter from Deborah Maxwell, who is with the NAACP, who said she enjoyed the ending event, but then she felt like we, the commission, should do more with the Emancipation Proclamation Juneteenth. And so what I suggested to her was to maybe come before the commission and have more of a discussion, because you all did, I thought, what the NAACP, Deborah Maxwell, asked for when we took over coordinating events for the Emancipation Proclamation celebration. I don't know what she would have wanted or what she was looking for differently, other than the first event I think that you all did was a conflict for her schedule. The second event was a conflict because it was her birthday, and then so on, so on, so on. But what I said to her was that the commission was open for suggestions. So when you have a lot of negative, or I shouldn't say negative, but when you have a lot of criticism, feedback that comes back, but no solution to offer, it's kind of hard to pinpoint what it is someone's looking for to be done differently. I will say that the Juneteenth folks are, the chair of that event is very appreciative, and they did say, send a note to say they were very impressed with the activities and the programs that the commission did put on. So that was a positive. So invitation has been extended to her. Juneteenth is not looking for anything more than for you all to continue to work with them, and they will keep inviting. They'll send invites to me or to Evelyn as chair, inviting you to come to their meetings, because they have meetings once or twice a month. They're starting to prepare for next year's activities. Thank you, Miss Evelyn.
Can I ask a question? Is anyone, are they planning anything, not Juneteenth committee, but the New Hanover County Committee for 1898? Is it the, because the event happened in November, so that's why I was just asking.
Okay, you talked two different committees. Which committee are you referring to?
Okay, not Juneteenth, but I'm referring to the New Hanover County Commission of African American History.
Okay, not the 1898 committee.
No, not, well,
Okay.
Well, that is another commission. Okay, so
But that's two different.
yeah, well, that's three. So are either one, the 1898 or the or the New Hanover County Commission of African American History planning something for the 1898
The 1898 commemorative committee, the New Hanover County African American Commission is different. The New Hanover County Commission on African American History has not planned anything just yet. I think they'll get ready to go through a changing of the guards with their chairperson. The 1898 group is always doing something ongoing, but I can't tell you what it is.
Thank you.
And I do know that the Juneteenth folks have already started meeting, making plans for next year.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Miss Penny. Are there, Ms. Sidbury, Kamika, was your questions answered?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. All right, so on to our new business. Partnership with the North Carolina African American Heritage Commission. And I'll pass this portion back over to Ms. Penny also. If everyone had an opportunity to pull up the agenda, attached were some letters. And I'm sure Ms. Penny will go over these things with us. Ms. Penny?
Yes, ma'am. So you all should have seen the letter that I attached from the North Carolina African American Commission. If you recall, that we had a visit, Ms. Dolores Rose came to speak to you all, I think it was April, May, about a collaboration between this commission and the state African American Commission. Um, they're very interested in collaborating, and we keep going back to what is it that we'd like to share or to collaborate on or to do differently. And I do know that if you also would look at the request that we got from Sandra Patrick about the highway historical marker, that was Exhibit A in your packet that we sent you. That is part of the African American Heritage Commission, worked on that project as well. And so I think that because the young lady from the state didn't give me any specifics when she sent her email, other than I said to her, you all were going to be having a meeting, and I would put it before the commission to say, if you all are interested, maybe we can connect a representative from this commission to kind of have a sit down conversation with the state folks, talk about some things or be reminded of what we have done here in the city of Wilmington, and then how they can better serve or help us on a local level. I do know with these markers that Sandra Benetton, she did a marker, I think it was Central Baptist Church marker that the state gave, but you all were not involved in pulling that information together. However, she is looking for the commission to jump on board with coordinating a program. I think you need a representative from this commission to kind of get straight of what it is they want to do differently. How can what they've already done be beneficial to this commission so that we can say we are really representing the community as a whole? And I'm just not getting clear clarity on what it is that the state folks want other than a collaboration. They want to know what you're doing, how they can help. Because when it comes time for grant funds or being able to do letters of support, because you all know different groups ask you for supporting their projects. They don't want your money or whatever, but they want to know that the commission has signed off on the project that they're bringing forward. And that's kind of the same thing that the Burnett Eaton Foundation, which is Miss Isla Speller, she sent a letter to the mayor and council, who passed it on to me as a staff person to say, how can the commission help Miss Speller with bringing this thing to fruition? She's been trying to get the state to do some things. The state is interested in doing a marker. And of course, you all have been planning or talking about doing something for Dr. Eaton Jr. But this is Dr. Eaton Sr. that she's trying to get a marker for. So it kind of comes full circle with you guys, the state historical folks, the folks over at Isla Speller and the Benetton people. So I kind of need to know with these requests, Madam Chairman, is if we want to assign a particular person or persons to kind of get the information and bring back to the commission, or do you want to invite them in? I think Sonia's real clear on what she's looking for. I think Ms. Speller's real clear. And I think the state is just doing a follow-up as a result of Ms. Dolores's visit to the commission back in April, May.
So at this point, we as a commission would need to decide if someone should be appointed to each one of those projects.
Right, right.
Well, would anyone like to volunteer to help out?
I just need to see, and maybe, is it an email somewhere with all the projects listed?
In the email that I sent out.
1 second.
You all got with your agenda. Do you see it, Mr. Bear?
I'm checking. I'm doing good to be on this call right now. Hold on.
I understand.
So I'm still a little confused as to Sonia's project.
Well, I really think that that is a done deal. I think Sonia representing the folks that she's representing went out to the state to get this marker done.
Mm-hmm.
I think the marker has been granted by the state. I think that they're planning to install it in November, and she wants the commission to kind of take over and take it from here with planning a program.
Oh, okay. So doing the reception for the marker and the marker presentation.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yep, yep.
Okay, so when we talk about the North Carolina State Commission of African American History, what is the actual role of the person who would be working on that?
What is the actual role? Is that what you said?
Yeah, that, like, I know it's outlined, I know it's those three things, but what is the actual task or duties of the person? Like, if this is something I'm saying, yes, I will agree to do this, like, is there some more information?
Well, let me ask you this, Miss Penny, before you answer. Is it, from what I'm understanding, is that the state commission wants to partner and be able to sit down and focus on several events, correct? One of
Yes,
which
ma'am.
is marker for the pastor of Central Baptist Church.
Right, but the marker for that pastor is done.
Right.
Done. That is separate. That is completely checked off the box for the state. That one was done by the North Carolina Department of Cultural Research.
Okay.
Done. But now, the other piece of that is when Dolores Williams came to talk to you as a board member, she was looking to do a collaboration as it relates to what the Burnett Eaton, which is Islam Speller. She's trying to get a marker set for Dr. Eaton Sr. That's back underneath the State Historical Society for North Carolina. And so I think what the person is looking for, to be honest, at the state level, is to see what you all are doing here and see if there's some opportunities to collaborate or do some partnerships with them in Raleigh.
Okay. All right. Well, I don't mind, if nobody else, wants to, but step into the role to kind of find out or engage with the state and then be able to come back to the commission and say, this is what we're looking at trying to do in the future. Is that about something?
Yes,
Right.
ma'am.
Okay.
I think-
And so that would include helping Ms. Speller with this, because I'm thinking that this was a part of that trail marker program from several years ago.
Yeah.
Okay. And she's just basically asking us if we can help do a letter of support.
That's what she's asking.
Right.
But I think if we could get a connection with the folks out of Raleigh, then that would be better served for the community as a whole.
Okay. And that's probably the same group of people that I talked to before about
The lady name was Angela Thorpe, T-A-R-P-E. She's the director of the North Carolina African American Heritage Commission in Raleigh.
Right.
Let me see if I can find. She said in the next several months, they will be conducting a formal need assessment of local African American heritage commissions across the state to understand how we at the state level can serve you better. In the meantime, I'm hoping to learn more about Wilmington's commission, especially its history and structure. I'm eager to gain a more comprehensive understanding of what this commission does, who they serve, and their current needs and goals. I would love to explore how we can amplify their work across our channels and see natural connections arise. So she's looking to talk about, I guess, the commission track record you have done and the things that you're
Okay.
and I'll be let her know, Evelyn, and you're the commission's rep, and give her your contact information, and then I'm sure I've sent it before, but I'll send you hers.
Okay. So yeah, these were Angela and Adrian were the ones that I talked to the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Mm,
Yeah,
okay.
Same person. It's the same person.
So Ms. Kamika, were you the one that said that you would help with the program for Central Baptist?
I needed more information. I don't know what I'm helping with. I can't sign up and like I'm reading and I'm like, okay, this is just some words on paper. I need it broken down.
So basically, you were at the Meadowlark Lemon program.
I was there as a attendee.
Okay, so that's basically,
School.
from what I'm understanding, that they want the Commission on African American History to do.
But I can't. I have to get more. I need to see the program. What
No,
was
they're
done.
saying do a program.
They're saying do a program.
Right.
I got the. I'm more than likely I will, but I'm not gonna commit on this recording.
Okay, so let me back up. So on the Islam Speller request, she is trying to get the state to do a marker for Dr. Hubert Eaton.
Senior.
She wants a letter of support from the commission. She really wants it from the city of Wilmington. The city of Wilmington says, well, that really should go to the commission and let the commission do a recommendation as if, so that we'll know that's something we want to endorse.
Mm-hmm.
I think the first thing is, if Mika don't feel comfortable with it, I don't mind calling Ms. Speller to say, tell me what this entails, because she's done the research. She's got the information on Dr. Eaton Sr. while he's worthy of this state historical marker.
Mhm.
Because that's what she wants, and she wants to have it installed over near the courthouse. It's kind of the same request that has come before you guys before when we did the Medlock Lemon and Joseph McNeil, and the markers that you've seen along the way. We've done over by Wilson School, over by Gregory School. This is what Ms. Speller
So is there a reason she wants it by the courthouse and not by his old law office?
because
The doctor's office.
yeah, because let's see. She said service because of the museum served, because I guess the the museum serves as part of history, and it has something to do with Dr. Eaton's work and what he stood for as a civil rights leader back in the way back 20, 30 years ago.
Right. So that was a part of that. Is it Roe versus the Board of Education? One of those things.
Yes.
So he played an integral part with that. So
Right.
that's what put him as that civil rights icon.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, for the desegregation of schools. Yeah. That's why
And
was
I think
asking.
that when and I haven't seen the research, I'm just going by what she sent to us. I think that that's why she put the vicinity of City Hall or someplace downtown.
Okay.
Because
Plus, it has to be on a major road or highway, if I'm not mistaken.
Right, and be in a location that can be on um, the map for tours and that sort of thing. She felt like it would be better served in this neck of woods.
Okay. I just
And so,
didn't
so
know.
for that one, we need a letter. We need to do a letter for that one.
Right,
But for Sonia's, I think is more like the Abraham Galloway marker, where it was already done and sitting, and they just needed us to take it over.
right.
know,
In other words, you all had no part in that.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's why I think somebody needs to understand what Sonia is looking for, because I don't think it's fair to bring it to the city or bring it to the commission just so we can pay for the reception and put together a planned program and all this, unless we understand and we support, because the marker's already been approved according to, and I think that the state's planning to install it in November, if I'm not mistaken.
So we just need to reach out to Sonia and see exactly what it is she needs.
Right, right. Because I think it's November the 10th is when they're trying to install the marker, because of the event happened on November the 10th of 1898.
Okay.
So Mr. Willie, is that one?
I think I'm getting there. Where I'm feeling like I'm probably going to be interested in doing this.
I think that, and if I could, if I need to send you, because I sent the stuff she got from the state. I also got council got an email. I can send you her email as well.
Okay, that would be perfect.
Okay. Evelyn, is that okay with you?
Yes, that's fine.
I will send Mr. Willie that information. And if, like I said, if for whatever you don't feel comfortable, I don't mind calling and getting straight of it. But I think in order for the commission to stand up and plan a program on behalf of this event, you need to have a hand in it.
Okay. Gotcha.
And who's going to be responsible for the letter? Ms. Seabury, are you going to contact Islam Speller, or do you?
You talking to me? Or you? It's too Siberian.
Yeah, but I ain't talking to myself.
I thought you were doing a reflection.
I'm not talking to myself.
Okay, but I don't, is it a format to the letter?
No, it's just touching base with her to get the significance of what she'd like to have included in the letter. And then we just draft the letter and the commission blesses it if they so desire.
Okay, yeah, just send me her information.
Miss Sidbury, Kamika Sidbury. And that was easy.
I was hoping somebody else was gonna come on that letter.
So I have Evelyn. I have Evelyn for Miss Angela Thorpe. I have Willie for the Sonia Patrick, and I have you for Islam Speller. And I'll send y'all a reminder note if needed be. And I will send Jeff Walton your information and let you two connect. And like I said, you know, he said it looked good, but he felt like we need to include a few more things.
Okay, that's great. That's great.
Chairman, do you want to go back to the minutes for approval?
Okay, so yes, now that we have a quorum, has everyone had an opportunity to look over the June minutes and read them? And if so, can I get a motion to approve if there are no changes to be made?
I will make a motion to approve the June 7th minutes.
Can I get a second?
I second.
This is Tasha.
I'm sorry, Tasha.
You're fine.
All right, a motion has been moved and properly second. All in favor, please state by saying aye. Okay, the ayes have it. Motion is approved. The minutes for June 2021 have been approved. All right, is there any other business?
No, Madam Chair, I just want to say that I think your September meeting will be in person, but I will send you all a follow-up note about that.
Great, that is awesome. I can't wait to see everyone's lovely face. Well, if there's no other new business, old business, community business, anything we need to know, then I will call this meeting adjourned.
Thank
Yes,
y'all so
ma'am.
very much.
Thank
Okay.
you.
Have a good evening.
All right.
Thank you, bye.
Good seeing you guys.
Bye.
Bye-bye.